Good morning, today is February 28th, 2022, and here are today's top stories we'll be discussing. The weekend ranked event is over. How well did the cards who experienced a balance update do? We'll go over some of the statistics together. And is Gods Unchained dying? With Gods token's price continuing to fall along with the unique player count, it's making remaining fans worried about the future of the game. We'll take a closer look behind the numbers and some of the reasons why. All this and more to start your Morning Unchained. With the balance update implemented, the new and improved cards are already making a scene in their matches. Sage of Renewal, the 7 mana drop mystic creature that now refreshes 4 mana and delves 4 mana worth of nature spells, has taken over the nature scene. It now plays in 10% of all nature decks, with almost half of those decks playing 2 copies. Its win rate was 58%, which is incredible for being played in over 32,000 matches. However, approximately 2/3 of those matches are from those below Mythic rank. In the Mythic bracket, her win rate drops to 55%, but still played in 31% of all nature decks. So that means this card is likely here to stay. And in a surprise, City Planner retained its win rate and even saw an increased play in percentage of all decks. In Mythic rank, its win rate declines to 52%. And Celea, the Carnival ringleader, saw a huge decline in win rate before and after the weekend, dropping from 58% to 53%, without much increase in visibility. Interestingly, in Mythic rank, it was played in 4% of all Deception decks and saw a win rate of 55%, the exact same win rate as Sage of Renewal in the Mythic ranks. We'll see what the future holds for these cards. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see this analysis on the rest of the balance update sets. Turning now to our second topic, what is the future of Gods Unchained? Some players are concerned about the future state of the game, considering the value of its Gods token. Gods Unchained introduced this token in October, starting at $4.50 and climbing to a record high of over $8 per coin. However, since that record high, the coin has been in rapid decline, leaving many fans and investors worried. To discuss more about this trend, let's take a closer look at the crypto market as a whole. It's very common that the crypto market follows in a trend. When Bitcoin or Ethereum goes up or down, the other coins typically go up or down with it. If you've been listening to this show, you're familiar with our daily crypto news. So it shouldn't be a surprise to see that Gods tokens follow this trend just like most of those other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Mutable X have all declined continuously over the past 3 months. Bitcoin now at 38,500, Ethereum is at 2,650, Mutable X is at $1.44, and Gods is at $1.29. But is the crypto trends really to blame for Gods' decline? Let's take a moment and compare Gods Unchained coins to Ethereum. Starting in October 2021, Ethereum saw a huge decline from nearly $5,000 a coin to below $4,000, while the Gods token had a similar experience. However, later that month, Ethereum recovered only to about $4,500 per coin, while Gods recovered to a new high of nearly $9 a coin. Later on in December, Ethereum saw another large dip, from $32,000 to $2,250, a nearly 30% loss. Gods had a similar effect, dropping from a little over $3 a coin to $2 a coin. The last point of interest is in January, when Ethereum recovered its December loss, but Gods only recovered about half of what it lost. From that point forward, Gods has continued to decline without any recovery. So in summary, yes, Gods is influenced by the overall state of the crypto market, but it has shown that it is its own coin with its own demand. So we cannot completely tie it to Ethereum's performance forever, and that is starting to show. So while the price of Gods tokens may be in decline, it doesn't necessarily mean that the game is in decline. So let's take a closer look at the player base and see what we can learn. The chart on the screen shows the number of matches to unique players per day. Starting in December, the unique player count steadily increased until January 24th, when it plunged from approximately 55,000 unique players on that day to less than 35,000 players just a day after. That is over a third of players lost overnight. Ever since, there has been a steady decline in unique players. So, what happened? The first thought is that this decline may have been a result of cleaning up the bots that were mining the free gods tokens and free booster packs during the Blessing of the Gods events. Patricia on Discord mentioned that the Gods Unchained team were working hard that week cleaning up bots and ensuring only human players would get their prizes. However, according to Patricia, they were already removing bots from the system throughout January, making a post on Discord January 14th that players should see a decrease in bot involvement. However, as we can tell through the API data, the unique play account continued to steadily increase until that January 24th date. So, if the sudden drop isn't from the loss of bots, what is it from? Well, for that, we have to turn our attention to the free prizes being given away. On January 24th, they announced a quote end to the Blessing of the Gods event. This time mark made it sound like the Gods tokens were going to never be given away again after that date, even though they did follow up on the Discord post and blog that the coin giveaway would return again soon. It appears just by making that announcement lost the game players that simply forgot about the game and didn't come back. Now then, if that was the only complaint, we should have seen the chart begin to steadily show unique players coming to the game again over time. But instead, the trend continues to decline. Could there be some sort of other big event that occurred to spur players away? The simple answer is not really. In fact, since January 24th, they've made some positive improvements, such as now when you queue for a ranked game, you get paired with those of the same rank as you. They brought back giving away Gods tokens, and are now more generous than ever with free booster packs just for playing. In fact, the community is even rallying to the game's aid by hosting their own tournaments with cash prizes, which has been very successful. In heck, they even introduced emojis that you could use during gameplay. Those do all sound like steps in the right direction, but some players haven't even noticed the changes. On Discord, players still report facing opponents far stronger than themselves in ranked games, and for lower ranks, they still need a lot of wins before getting any gods or free packs. As for the community tournaments, they are trying their best, but there isn't a lot of them, and they fill up fast. So if that's the simple answer, what is the complicated answer? For that, we have to go back to emojis. While players have mixed feelings about their introduction, the one thing everyone seems to agree upon is why did the company work on making emojis instead of fixing the numerous other problems that players have been asking to see changed for months? The biggest is the balance of the game, especially nature decks. While nature does struggle in the higher ranks, especially mythic, it dominates the free-to-play lower ranks, causing some to leave the game, believing the state of the game is nature or die meta. Meanwhile, mythic players have similar complaints about board wipe death decks. Death currently has the most destroy-specific creature and board wipe cards out of all the domains, which would explain why it is now a 67% win rate every ranked weekend, while second place struggles at 59% win rate between War and Magic decks. Couple this with two balance update attempts that both backfired, the Sleep 2.0 and Armor 2.0 updates, and players continuing to flood the secondary market with free packs by win trading, it is starting to prove too much for new and old players alike. So again, players ask, why emojis? So is this the end of Gods Unchained then? Personal opinion, I don't think so. I've been around TCGs my whole life, and it was even my job for over 10 years. It is true that some TCGs come and go. However, I can't tell you the number of times I heard people complain about a game dying and then it turns around becoming stronger than before. There are some games that I'm still shocked have a growing player base. So while this trend is concerning, I wouldn't be surprised if it turns more into a wake-up call for the GU team than a foreshadowing of the game's fate. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens next. That's your Unchained morning update. Thank you for waking up with us. You can find us on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify. If you appreciate these morning updates, please subscribe, comment below, or leave a 5-star review wherever you're listening. Thanks again, and see you all in the next update.